Okay, y'all, so I'm sitting here in deep reflection, and I don't remember what all I put on the community post or not. Sometimes I remember, sometimes I don't. My dreams lately, so y'all know I had a week where it was like God was making me go to sleep. Like I was having so many dreams every night. And so lately, like the last few days, because y'all know how it kind of went from like, even that week, it was a lot of like insight into my future, insight, good stuff, like the good words, but then it had started turning into like insight to warfare. And so like the last few days, I haven't been like, okay, y'all, this is what I dreamt, because it's been a lot of specifics to like my family, and I understand some of that might be happening with y'all too. So I got to figure out how I might release that. But then just also like he just been trying to confuse me. The other night I dreamt I didn't know where we were going, and so I was texting my cousin this morning, and I was like, what do you mean when you like wandering around? Because I've noticed when I have a dream like that, when I wake up, I'm confused because I don't know where we're going. I be in buildings and I don't know what those buildings are. Like, I don't know anything. Like, I'm just confused. And so that's been happening like the last 2 nights. But the other night, we had like, again, I don't know where we were going, but like we drove by the cheerleading competition. And I remember looking at the cheerleaders like, why am I not at the competition? Like, why am I not cheering? You get what I'm saying? Like, I was very, very confused. Like, even in the dream, I was confused. And I'm telling y'all, like, when I wake up from those dreams, it's like no, that don't even make sense. And so I know it's some type of interference. But now I'm understanding, like, you really trying to confuse me and have me out here, like, wandering around and stuff. Like, that's the tactic. That's why the dream is like that. That thought in a dream, and the next thing I know, we're being, like, held hostage. And it was little mice, like white ones, I remember running around on the floor where they kind of had us hostage. It was kind of like an interrogation room. I remember being in a chair. I remember my aunt and my cousin being there, and my mom and my sister. And I remember when we saw the mice, like we picked our feet up and we were like, oh, like how you act if one was really running around on the floor. And you know what's even crazier? We played Taboo the other night. And this is like the third thing from Taboo that I ended up dreaming. Shifting gears was one I acted out. Dragging somebody was something somebody else acted out. And then this whole mice run on the floor thing, that was something else that somebody acted out. And I'm like, every time something like that happened, I'm like, maybe just a coincidence. And then I be here and find it not strange. I'm like, but Lord, I do find it strange, because like, why did that stuff appear in my dream, Anyways, woke up confused. Last night, it was kind of the same thing. He was giving me insight. I didn't know where we were at. Insight to some stuff going on with my family. I didn't know where I was at. And it ended with me like walking around the building. Like, I've been kind of like wandering in the dream. And I used to dream I was wandering around all the time. I have not dreamt that I recall, like, to the effect to where I wake up and I'm irritated because like, where am I going? And I'm just confused. You know what I'm saying? And so this morning I had started listening to a word, and when the Holy Spirit be on somebody's voice or whatever, and praise and worship, whatever, they can be talking about one thing, but once the Holy Spirit hit me, what I'm supposed to know, that's what comes to my attention. And so he had me go back to the dream I had told y'all about the other week, where like I was trying to hurry up and get in the seat. I saw that the seat was empty, but I was trying to hurry up and get over there to the seat. And even after I had dreamt the dream, God was like, you don't got to worry about nothing, like, chill, One of y'all had sent me that, or I remembered that. And then one of y'all sent me a word on Instagram. And what stood out to me was when he said, calm down. And I was like, ooh, that was for me. Like, it just, And that's what's been going on. I've been getting worked up. I've been getting worried. I've been confused. It's making me like wander a little bit. And that's all a tactic of the enemy. And so basically this morning I was like, oh, and God was like, you need to like focus on the dreams that I had gave you prior to all this interference and stuff that's been coming in my dream state, because it's been like I've been dreaming, I'm noting some of the insight, to warfare. I'm praying over those things, but then it's also like he just been talking to me through other things, and that always happens when they're interfering with my dreams. Like, and I have to be more aware of what, like, when he's speaking through something else, or when he's getting my attention elsewhere, because I can't count on my dreams. And even me going back and sharing those dreams with y'all that I did in 2020, even then I can't count on just make decisions based off of dreams. I still have to have God confirm it to me. I prefer God tell me, like, tell me, you know, like, or confirm it multiple ways. Like, the dreams be great, but even then he has to confirm the dreams, because we know the enemy be playing. The enemy, I hear him sometimes. I'm like, that ain't God. Like, that ain't got none of God's peace. I'm like, what is that? Or it's me or my fears, or help me, Holy Spirit. Because I had an incident and I did hear something and I was like, okay, I don't think that's God, but I also didn't think it was the enemy. So now that's making sense. I really needed Courtney's video last night. I think that was my own fear in my own heart speaking to me. And so, anyways, I just wanted to let y'all know that. And so when me and my cousin was talking this morning, I was like, you know, I realized that I prefer to get insight about my future, but it's a blessing to get insight to warfare. Even when we have those dreams and we wake up and it's like, man, forget all that, because you know it's confusing. Like, you don't even know what's going on. It's still a blessing. Challenge to dig deeper, to tap in, to really seek God. Like, why am I seeing that? What's going on? What's the enemy up to? Or were you trying to show me something? You know, like, it's a challenge, it's a call to do that and to pray harder, to pray more. Okay. So I just wanted to share that with y'all, because sometimes I didn't like, I would feel like I must not be doing something right. I must be wrong. I must be getting it wrong, because my dreams were no longer like good stuff. Right. And it switched over to just only insight to warfare. But it makes sense. If God is giving you all these words, if he's giving you all these promises, if he's confirming all these things, why would we think the devil wouldn't try to interrupt that, interfere with that, confuse that, cause you to wander off? And I know that's what he's trying to do, because it was like God was confirming so much, and then all of a sudden, maybe I'm wrong. And that's the word I was listening to this morning. She was like, the devil trying to steal your appetite and you're at the table. And I'm like, has to be me, because I feel like that. Like, I had all these words. I know he was coming through like, you the heavy hitter. And then all of a sudden, now I'm out here like, what's going on? And I feel like that in my dreams. Like, I'm wondering, and I'm like, where am I even at? Because I know what God has told me, and I don't know, like, what location, what is this? You know what I'm saying? And so sometimes, or in the past, it would make me feel like I was doing something wrong, or I was wrong, or something, when that's not it. Yeah, it's a blessing no matter what kind of dreams he's giving you, no matter what he's got you looking into. I'm having deja vu even telling y'all this. That's what I'm saying. I'm having crazy deja vu right now. I'm having deja vu telling y'all that I'm having deja vu, which goes back to the other post. I know I be talking to God at night. And I feel like sometimes when that happens, the enemy will do that to my dreams. And it's like, I don't care to continue to seek him. I'm not. And it's like all day it's been like, no, I've been talking to you, sis. That's how you have a knowing. I've been mind blown all day, because I'm like, you have been telling me you was going to do this. You have been showing me, like, you have been trying to lead me back home, and I just didn't want to go. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I know he talks to me. And so don't ever doubt that he's talking to you. Be careful. Yes, take everything back to him, right? Like, don't just hear nothing and run off with it. You know, you still need to have confirmation and stuff. But don't let the devil trick you and make you feel like you don't know what you know. Okay? So I don't know who need that. I feel like we've been kind of up and down on the channel, like yesterday, and like, and that's just kind of how it's been the last couple of days, because it was like confirmation. Yes. And then, of course, like, and we got to stay prayed up. We got to stay mindful. We got to be aware, and we got to recognize his tactics. And if you are operating prophetically, if you are a dreamer, all of that, the enemy like to play you, especially when you leveling up, especially when you powering up. He try to like knock you down, like, nope, you wrong. I know that's what he been trying to do to me. No, that's not what's going on. I was out here whooping whole demons. Right. And now all of a sudden, like, what's trying to hold me hostage? Nothing. And I knew to pray against that. Like, why am I being held hostage in a dream and there's mice running around? I'm so sick of this. Y'all, I'm so sick of this.